Hello, welcome to our Spiel Trip 2018. This is our first loot video, so this is some of the games we wanted to show you that we got on day one. Well, it got a bit out of hand, so we have quite a lot of games. So this video is maybe gonna seem a little bit long, but that's also why we allied ourselves with James. You might remember some of these videos last year. It was only me and Ole, but now we are free. But let's dive right into it. Which games did we find at the first day? Well, I have this. Here Comes the Dog. Japanese game, as you see, very beautiful components, lots of wood. Generally just a dice game where you're making sure the fire is burning, otherwise the dogs will eat you, which you don't want. You want to feed and domesticate them. Here Comes the Dog, beautiful, from Essen Games. Ooh, that is you.
Yes.
What do you got, Lou?
I got Luxor, which was nominated for Spiel des Jahres this year. Didn't win, but still a good game.
Still a good game.
And yeah, you're doing things in the Temple of Luxor.
I got Western Legends, which has also been getting a lot of hype on the internet and interwebs. Game where you're basically a cowboy rocking around the Wild West, having gunfights and winning poker battles, and yeah, it looks really cool. So looking forward to playing this one.
It had a pretty successful Kickstarter as well, I think.
Pretty successful.
And then we have, go away. Family Trade, another Japanese game. This one in a styrofoam box for some reason. It's about trading stocks, I think, and shrimp.
Ooh. Staying in the Far East. Blackout Hong Kong. Alexander Pfister's newest thingy, and according to the hype, it's good. I don't know yet, but
There was a big enough queue for it yesterday.
Yes. It's a Pfister game. It's a Pfister game, so it sold out pretty quickly.
yes.
This is Fortune City. It's a game about tracking your spending and growing a city. So maybe it's an Excel spreadsheet in a game. I don't know. Tracking spending.
Cool. We're gonna find out. So we don't actually know a lot about these games since we just got them yesterday. So here is, for example, Pirate Rumble. It's about pirates doing some kind of rumble, which is not a dance, but it's a party game.
We also have, oh shit, this is heavy. Bad Bones, a tower defense game. For $1 you can play up to 4 players. If you want to play more players, you can just buy, 6 players, sorry. 6 players. If you want more players, you can just buy more games. That's
I got
Just buy more games.
Mini World War II. So it takes World War II and puts a whole new spin on it. Maybe the Germans win, maybe someone else wins, and yeah, it makes things a bit different. Yeah, well, it looks quite nice on it though. So.
It looked a bit like Axis Nella is just playable in an hour and pretty more abstracted, I think.
Yeah, 2 to 4.
Look interesting.
Yeah.
We have a quite interesting theme here, Holding On, Troubled Life of Billy Kerr, which is about your caretakers trying to make this man die without regrets. So a bit dark maybe, but also definitely a theme that we haven't seen before, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. Is there a good game there? We don't know.
We also have Game of Suspicion, of which I know nothing, but it has a very nice text on the backside in a language I cannot read.
And then we also have Paper and Jewels from a Danish designer and a South Korean artist who we met yesterday, who was really nice. It's a game where you're fighting about papering and decorating a wall better than your competitor. So a 2-player game. So, yeah.
Galaxy Wrestling Federation, where you're fighting for belts with cards.
And East Indiaman, where you are trying to trade on the East Indies, so Indonesia and thereabouts, and yeah, trading ships, do stuff.
For some, a very dry theme. For others, like
What do you mean
me and
dry?
Ole, I would love that game. I'm gonna play that game definitely.
And then we also have Monster Empire, which we saw set up yesterday. It looks brilliant. The artwork on it looks awesome. It's like, this is the player board, and there's loads of little cardboard standees, and you're basically having fights and area control. And it looks really pretty, and yeah, the designer was a really cool guy, and yeah, you were a very cool guy.
We have Troll. We actually also got a poster. We like pin-up poster. We censored it because of kids and stuff. This is not how your mother looks, kids. This is a troll lady. Anyway, you can see that at the Café, the uncensored version. The game is about trolls getting prey and eating it. And stealing it from each other, I think. It's a really pretty French game.
Then we have Venture Angels. Yeah, you are Venture Angels. You have a lot of money and you do a bidding thingy. And according to people who played it yesterday, it's quite unique. So yeah.
And it's bona fide duty.
Also that.
We also have Trollfield, which I don't know too much about the game, but you do get this cool little tower and a hammer that you've got to smash down and
What else
take
do you
over.
need? I mean,
What more do you need? It's got a hammer. Looks good.
and talking about good, we played this, me and Ole, yesterday. Brix, it's the new dice roller from Wolfgang Bosch. You might remember him for, well, lots of things, The Mind, but also Ganz schön clever, which is a small, very brilliant dice roller. If you like that, then I think you will also like this one. It has a Tetris feel, definitely. It's one to get.
No, it is Tetris.
It is Tetris, more or less Tetris, yeah. We like it.
Then we have Little Monster that came for lunch and stayed for tea.
And ate you? No, not ate.
Well, if you're tea. But no, it's about hungry little monsters and you want to finish the tea. And it's kind of pretty and rather weird.
I love the art on that. It looks very Lilo Stitchy.
Generally, I would
Yeah.
say like the art on the games are like out of this world.
Yeah, we need to buy some board
well, you
games.
say that. And then we have
Yeah, okay.
like,
Most games
we
have.
have Versace 1631, which sees you transporting coffee and goods across the sea, but there's a storm. Is it Veracruz? Okay, so you're on a cruise.
Veracruz.
You're transporting coffee, but there's a storm going on, and you've got to try and make sure all your goods get there. So yeah.
Ooh.
Fiji.
No.
By
No.
Fuji, which is a completely different kind of island, and it's not an island. It's a mountain that explodes. So a volcano. Also extremely pretty. Has very nice cards. You can't see it here. The art design is fantastic, and it's by Wolfgang Bosch again. This man is on fire. Looking forward to this one.
Then we have this must be the third in the row of Sonar games. Sonar Family is a 2 versus 2 for the best selling at least. And it's like the other Sonar games. You run around in a U-boat and try to kill the other U-boat.
And there's shrimp in it, I think.
Ooh, cool.
Also have Realm of Sand, which sees you taking control of a magician, trying to travel across the different realms and collecting glyphs to try and save the kingdom that you're in. The Realm of Sand, I guess. That looks very pretty in front.
And Crime Hotel. There's a crime being committed at a hotel. And it's a criminal hotel.
Then we have Discover Lands Unknown, which is apparently a unique game.
All the games are unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, as in each copy of the
Yeah.
game is different from all other copies. Well, we don't know yet, but if it works, it works.
Got this little tiny game called Mayfly. I don't know much about it, but it looks like you take control of a mayfly from lava and try and grow it up to be a successful mayfly, I guess. But it's like a little interesting game.
Cool.
Another game from Taiwan. We like those. We have a Pyramid Raiders. You are raiding a pyramid. It's a family game. Is it fun? Does it work? We'll know later.
Going from the Orient to Spanish history, or something like that, Spanish culture. Tilting at windmills, 2-player game. You are controlling Don Quixote and his sidekick Sancho Panza.
It's not real history though.
No.
It didn't really exist in real life. Okay.
Anyway, Spanish history. Yeah, nice.
Bombazo, which I don't actually know anything about, but it looks like an awesome guy in a forest, a stone god in a forest, and I don't really know anything about this one, but...
I read a bit on it. It seems to be Italian history, but yeah.
Stone Guy and the Forest Game.
Stone
Here
guy
we
in a
have
forest
the
game.
School Fair Cafe Club. That's it. That's what I know.
Cool. Then we have 3 of these penny papers. 2 of them are not unwrapped yet, so they may have some shine. Let's go back. It's roll and write and do stuff, and Bo says they're good.
Yahtzee style games. Draw. Roll dice. Draw. Very cozy games.
Ooh.
We got Planet, the new game from Blue Orange Games. Sees you trying to build like a globe up. It's got this really cool ball, and you're trying to play tile draft in and placing them on your globe. And yeah, so it's like a three-dimensional tile laying game.
Magnets? Or
Yeah,
what?
magnets on there. So that's really good. So that's gonna be fun.
Do you throw this at people or?
I mean, you could throw crash a planet into somebody if they annoy you.
Room 25, survive. If you've ever seen the film Phew, it's about surviving this weird rooms. This is expansions. We have it back here at the cafe. Now there's expansions for it.
Right, here we have Layers, another game by Johan Go and Dave Choi. They have also done the previous Battlefield and other stuff. And this has layers, as it says, because, well, you have these thingies and you have to fit them over each other in ways that will correspond to whatever you get points for.
It's plastic.
Yes, it's weird. Not that weird.
Yeah, so we have Treasure Island from Matago Games, the artwork by Vincent Dutrait, which is absolutely beautiful.
That is insanely art.
It's
Great
really
artwork.
nice. And then, yeah, I guess it sees you taking on explorers and trying to plot a course on a map and find some treasure, and you actually draw on the board itself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that one out. And you're a pirate, and that's always good fun being pirates.
One of the players are playing Long John Silver, so he's hiding the treasure. So one knows who the other ones are trying to figure out where it is.
Okay, that sounds okay.
Helltoken Remote Control Robot. It's a Japanese game, but a robot that's controlled remotely.
By whom?
By you, maybe.
Then we have Dragons by Bruno Ferruti. It has these nice dragons and they are double-sided. The other side is not just the same, it is seen from the other side of the dragon. And yeah, we have not punched this yet, but looks nice and Ferruti-ish.
Seals, which is actually illustrated by Vincent Dutrait again, so just like the Treasure Island
He is
game.
everywhere.
He is everywhere, and it's just like a simple set collection card game with you're collecting little seals and ruins.
And now you're saying seals, you don't mean animals.
Not the animals. It looks like a little lion or something on the front. So yeah,
It's like Seal.
Yes.
We have Spring Rally. It's a kids game where you're racing cars. We're trying to get more funny kids games today, actually.
Seeing that we have had Azul and such, which someone could think that this was related. It is in a way. You're collecting Majolica tiles. Majolica is apparently also kind of ceramics. And yeah, in this game you're trying to reuse your tiles in ways. And yeah, we need to find rules in language I can read.
yeah. Good you mentioned Azul because the new Azul's obviously out. The stained glass of Sinatra. Which, I mean, it looks very nice, looks very much the same. Comes with these gorgeous, almost looks like sweets.
Actually,
Don't eat them,
Yeah,
but yeah.
I'll eat them.
It looks good, so yeah, new Azul game, which can only be a good thing. I'm sure that's going to do well.
Johan Go, Monokatala, Magic Fold, as Ole mentioned before, you make things and you have to fold this as a foldable napkin. Trying to make the right symbols come out to do stuff. It's a system we've seen before, the napkin system. Now again in another setting.
Then we have Dice Settlers, a game that some people would not recommend, but that's because they were drunk and we played in the middle of the night. We didn't like it. I liked it, ish. Other players did not. We need to play it again.
Yeah, a little 5 colours, which looks like another set collection game where you're trying to collect sets of 5 different colours. I'll have to give that one a try. Little simple card game.
Blue Lagoon, don't know much about it, got a lot of hype. It's by Rainer Knitzer. Maybe he's back online with some good games. I think so, I'm looking forward to it.
Then we have Tokyo Highway. That's not new, except this box is about 4 times the size of what we had before. And then it's also for 2 to 4 players, not just 2. But it's the same. You build towers and you put little popsicle sticks on top to make roads and yeah, weird and Japanese highway building.
We got Walking in Burano from Emperor S4 Games, from the same people that made Hanami Koji, the game with the geisha girls and stuff like that. Yeah, haven't had a chance to play this one yet, but I mean, looks very similar. Set up maybe in Italy or Spain.
Yeah, Burano is an island near Venice. It also has a game, by the way.
Men at work. Come on, look at these meeples. This is like worker meeples. They even have meeple hats, worker meeple hats, and you're building towers, and that's bears or something else, and trying to impress this Rita apparently.
Does it come from a land down under?
I don't know. I haven't played it. It's for families, like a
It should.
family game.
We have here the Forgotten City, also a game with weird writing on the backside, but you seem to have woken up and you will meet these weird monsters in the city, which looks like a forest, but yeah.
Worker placement style.
And awesome colors.
Yeah.
A game called Historia, which I'm assuming is about history. Yeah.
Reinhold Uwe Rosenberg has made a game, wait for it, about vegetables and farming, but this time in Iceland.
Oh, so would there also be herring?
That could be herring.
Cool. Here we have the boldest, about weird creatures in the forest, and you will follow the college you can and do heroic stuff. It looks very cartoon-like, not in a bad way.
And it's by Sofia Wagner, who did Noria last year.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
We got Block Go from a South Korean designer. It looks like an interesting mix-up between Blockers, the plastic tiles game, and then the Go, the old plastic game. The guy seemed really nice and friendly when we were chatting to him, but yeah, that's going to be like a three-dimensional sort of game.
Simplistic, nice, cool airship city. You're building cities in the sky.
I like the art on that one.
Yeah, super nice art.
I'm getting to the Frux corner here. Here we have Roaring Barons, a small card game by one of the Frux brothers. And yeah, I don't know much about it yet, but we had to have it.
And then we have an Era of Voyage Discovery, which sees you controlling like a little wooden meeple ship and visiting different islands, collecting goods, and looks nice. It's like a simple little route building game. Yeah, very nice.
It looks so funny. It's like sit in a row with all the games.
So here we have another one, Wangdo. It was also one of the hotness. It's sold out on pre-orders, and look at these small bears.
It's so cute.
And it's for 2 to 4 persons, and bears size 8 and up.
Yeah, bears are size 8 and up. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Very cute.
I'm staying in the Fruxelius corner, having gotten Terraforming Mars colonies, and some promos for the game also. And yeah, Terraforming Mars, we know it, it's good, we'll want more.
Sorry about that. We had a small technical problem. So I'm going to show you some of the games that we were discussing now. So the first game is Underwater Cities. It's a game that sees you, basically the world has got full, there's no more space to expand on land, so people have decided to build these cities underwater, and you're trying to build these networks and cities up underwater, so that looks good. We have the old Frix Brothers game called Brawling Barons. These are the people who made Terraforming Mars, so it should be a good little card game for 2 to 3 players. Also, Yeti in the House. That is the entire components. So all 4 components, and there's the rulebook. So that's that. We also have the Small Sugar Mill, which is a game about baking your own cookies and basically being the owner of a sugar mill. Definitely original packaging. And this beautiful little game called Shikoku, which is really good. And basically it sees you visiting a temple, and you have to travel up the stairs, or there's 33 stairs going up to the top of the temple, and you have to play cards to kind of get there. That looks really good. We also managed to get this one, and I'm going to probably butcher the name even though we got it perfectly downstairs. It's Tuatakan, City of Gods, Tuathukan. City of the Gods. It's from the same designer who created Zolkin, the game which sees you a worker placement game with spinning wheels. It looks really interesting. I mean, it's definitely a busy board with quite a lot going on, but I don't know, this looks really good. Yeah. We also got a new co-op order, the deluxe edition. It's from the same people who made Peak Oil, so it has that very kind of understated, simple looking graphics. And it basically sees you as a corporation trying to influence the media, to have a positive reputation, even though you're doing some stuff that is probably less than reputable. This is one of Ule's games he's most looking forward to, is Symphony No. 9. In this game, you're basically supporting various composers and in the 18th century, and as you kind of patron them and give them money, they're going to create music. But the problem is that if they become too successful, there's a possibility that they might die if they're pushed too hard. So that certainly sounds interesting. And then last but by no means least, we have, I have to make some space for this, Deluxe Giant Takenoko. This game just looks beautiful. So it's a nice wooden insert. And just everything about this is gigantic. I mean, look at that. It's so cute. It's a little panda. Well, it's a big panda, actually. And the worker. We've got like a little comic book, it looks like. So that's good. So like there's explain the rules. Big giant tiles and player boards. I mean, look, it's just everything about this is awesome. Got a chunky die, and then what's under here? Ah, yes, big bamboo. Look at this. This is just... So you're going to be building up gigantic bamboo, or cutting down bamboo, and growing it. It looks amazing. So, yeah, that's our haul from Essen. Obviously, sorry about the ending of the video. We had a bit of a problem. But hopefully next video, there should be that. But I hope you enjoyed. As you can see, we have some really cool games that we're looking to bring back to the cafe. So yeah, thanks for watching.